What's up, y'all? This is your spiritual nomad, Montre Bible. Yes, that's my real last name. And I'm going to be doing my 2 cents on this video here. It says, Nothing feels real since 2020. Really pretty girl. Let's see what she's talking about. I'll put the link to the full video in the description. So be sure to check it out.
Does anyone actually know what's going on? If you know what's going on, comment below, please, because I would like to know. I want to know what's actually going on because honestly, nothing feels
Is there a microphone on that spatula? That's what I want to know what's going on.
real anymore. It hasn't felt real precisely since October 2020. Okay?
Okay.
I don't know why. Am I dead? That's a good question.
Could be.
Because stuff just isn't really making sense. Okay? And does it always have to make sense? Does it have to make sense? Do we have to know everything that's going on? I do. You know why? Because
Why?
I have no chill. That's why I'm successful. I have no chill. I can't just go with the flow. It drives me nuts when, guys, you meet them, getting to know them. They're like, yeah, I like girls who just go with the flow. I like girls who just don't take life that seriously. I'm like, that's
What kind of vibes is she giving y'all? Virgo or Capricorn? I'm kind of sensing that too. Somewhere in there. I feel an earth sign.
concerning. How are you okay? I can't live, laugh, love in these conditions. Let me show you something.
All right, let's go.
Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do you know what this is? This is a planner.
Oh.
Okay? People who are awake use Google Calendar or have a planner or stick a notes, whatever it is. But how are you just okay? How are any of you thriving right now? I don't understand. Like, I've been thriving because I've chosen to not try to figure out what's been going on.
She's way different from the other reaction video that I did. This is how women think, right?
At the risk of sounding crazy.
Got you.
But we're past that point, honey.
Come on.
I don't know what's going on. Here's okay, let me put this
And that's
down.
okay. You don't have to know
Here's
what's
the
going
first clue that we might actually be in
on. A simulation?
the Simpsons movie or something, or purgatory. I don't know.
Simulation.
Number one,
I
haven't actually processed that Joe Biden is president. And I don't mean this to disrespect his character. I actually literally haven't processed. My body hasn't processed it, which is how I know it's not real. Okay?
She said
there's this man that I always see at Panera Bread in Oak Lawn. Cute little old man. Okay?
Did she say Oak Lawn? Is this the Oak Lawn in my neighborhood? Does she live next door to me?
He just says the most outlandish things. He told me, you remind me of someone that I know. I'm like, oh, who? He goes, this lady I used to sing with back in the day.
She looks like a singer.
She sang with me back in jazz clubs. Her name was Minnie Ripperton. And you remind me of this other person I know. And she's a good friend of mine. And there's an African American at my church. He's just saying random stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, he's weird. He's a sweet old man and he buys me pastries for literally no reason. But that's what I mean. Like, not everybody needs to become president. It's just weird. Okay, so one, I haven't processed that for a reason because it didn't actually happen. Okay, respectfully, it just didn't happen. Number two, when I was flying back the other day, in case you don't know, I went to Austin. I had a little pre-Friendsgiving, which was fun.
She's in my hood somewhere. She's giving me Dallas vibes. This is how Dallas people are. I'm sorry.
Hello to y'all in Austin. Okay, we're trying to make a little YouTube, clan down there. And then I went to Miami by myself. Had a lot of fun. Got dinner at Makoto. Sponsor me. And I flew back. And when we're flying back, the flight attendant makes an announcement. The flight leader says, just so you all know, we have a severe life-threatening allergy on board. This person is allergic to peanuts. Please do not open peanuts. We're not serving them. They haven't served them anyway in a while, but we're not serving them. Please do not eat peanuts.
What?
So everything's good and dandy. And then, ding,
I like peanuts.
You hear that flight attendant noise go on. Someone presses the button.
Can I get some peanuts?
I turn my neck around. So I'm like, what entitled, don't cuss now, What entitled, what's a nice
Because
word
you know how
for
YouTube will
that
get
word?
you. That'll
What
get you.
entitled twat? That's even worse. That's a great word
I
to
don't.
use, twat. Who challenges this? First of all, if you're like that lady from the singing group, whatever, who was on Delta trying to cause a ruckus and make it all about her because she's a narcissist, like, oh, I'm nominated for 2 Grammys and let me go sing. Like,
Oh,
if
I
you're
remember
challenging the
that.
flight leader,
Did y'all see that video? There was like, I don't know, like some gospel singer or something on the plane, and she was like going off about. They told her to like sit down and be quiet, but she was trying to create a video. Everyone's trying to go viral on airplanes now, and I don't know what that's about. But I guess they say I can reach the most people if I do something. Y'all gonna get arrested straight up.
respectfully, jail. Okay? Because I don't care who you are when you're outside the plane. When you get on a plane, you listen to the flight attendant. Okay?
Hmm.
Disrespectful. Okay? But let's go back to the story. This guy, he's like raising his hands, he's making a scene. He's from LA. I just know he's from LA. I
Uh
just
huh.
know that
Doing the most.
he's just LA. He's got it written all over him. Okay? Granola crunchy dad. Granola, literally, but he tells the flight attendant, I couldn't believe my ears. Excuse me. If you don't mind, it's my son's first time flying, and he's 5 years old. And we only brought peanuts for him to eat, along with some other snacks. So would you mind if we just like ate it anyway? The kid tears the bag open, and apparently they're eating it. He goes, "But if you just, it's his first time flying." It's his first time flying. Because you have a kid, and you for some reason only decided to bring peanuts. Yes, let the person die. Let the adult die. And then the flight attendant goes, "Sir, we have other snacks we can get." He goes, "But oh no, we don't."
I didn't know peanut allergies were that sensitive. Like, if you're just in the vicinity of peanuts, does it really affect you? I guess you don't know where the person's sitting. So they could be sitting next to you, they could be sitting behind you. So they just say, "Hey, everybody, you can't eat peanuts." Maybe I've never heard of that rule before, but I guess they don't want people to die. Uh, eh. But I didn't think like being around peanuts was a thing. Someone put it in the comments, let me know if you have a peanut allergy or if you know someone who has a peanut allergy. Is it being around peanuts or is it actually eating peanuts? Like, because I feel like that's, I don't want to be overly desensitive that that's an issue. But I also think that sometimes, especially after 2020, people can be a little overly sensitive. Like, I don't eat peanuts, so no one can eat peanuts. It's like, wait a minute. Is it the sight of peanuts that makes you allergic? I don't know. If I'm wrong, just put it in the comments.
Don't eat gluten. We don't do the gluten. We have a really specific diet. I'm like, oh, we have a specific diet. See, this is what I'm talking about. Anybody else would have reacted the same way I did, nauseated, feeling like, what is your deal? But everyone else around me is just okay with it because we're dead. This is purgatory. No, I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, so I turn to the person next.
So purgatory, let's talk about that. A lot of people felt, girl, it happened way before 2020. You got to find the videos where people believe that the end of the world happened in 2012. Maybe it was CERN. This is why the Mandela effects are happening. That the world ended. Maybe we got sucked into a black hole, and now we are in a completely different timeline. And this is why we have weird anomalies like Biden.
To me and I go, gosh, what a prick. He goes, I know. I'm like, so does it not upset you? He goes, like, yeah, people are gonna be like that. I'm like, why aren't you all angry? So this is whatever. I've gone crazy apparently. But anyway, this guy is challenging the flight attendant.
I
He
mean, you're
eats the peanuts
talking into a
anyway.
spatula.
And the flight attendant is like, please, sir, do not do that. The person is like 6 rows up from you. He goes, well, where is it? Who is he or she? This entitled dad is like, let me go like find this person. Like, oh, imagine that. Like, excuse me, can you just turn off your allergy? Is it real? He actually tells the flight attendant, is it really life threatening? Okay, so I clipped this to my dress because I just baked a brownie and I'm gonna go into that. Would you like some?
Yes.
You're watching your weight? Oh, okay. Well, there's no point because nothing feels real anymore anyway.
I want some
You
brownies.
might as well give up on your diet. I'm just saying. Look, time has felt.
Notice she is showing off the boobies though.
felt very compressed and frozen.
She's giving me, what is it? That nostalgia 1950s pinup girl kind of thing. You know when they used to have like those little red scarf things and have those spotted dresses. It's like that kind of thing. It's cute. I like the look. I like the look definitely.
Yet sped up at the same time. I have no better way
And she
of
making brownie.
describing that than
You
that.
might make me switch teams because I
It
want
is really
brownie.
good. Like it's good and it's bad.
Don't tell
It's
me.
good
Show me.
because when it does feel stuck,
I
I
need a
feel like I'm
close up.
describing anxiety. What if
I
I
need
have
a close
anxiety?
up.
Do I have anxiety? Diagnose me. I'm kidding. It feels like we're stuck, which is good because I'm like, oh, I want to be young forever. I want to have fun and wear
Well,
cute little
that's
dresses and
not gonna happen. Well, you can
be
still wear cute
messy.
dresses.
But it feels like it's going by so fast at the same time. I'm like, wow, where did all the time go? I turn 28 next year. That's wild. I had this moment where I realized I could have a baby.
And feed them
Like, I
brownies.
mean, obviously anyone can at any age, technically, but like,
Yeah. Got
I can date him or his dad. Messy. Like,
that is
that's
messy.
so fun.
Don't do that.
If I wanted to move to the suburbs of, like, what's a random place? If I wanted to move to the suburbs of Maryland
Maryland.
and just become domesticated, I could totally do that because I can actually
You got
handle
it.
that because I'm mature. Probably crazy still, but like, that is wild. I'm actually
Well, at least you
financially
know it.
stable, but I think something
I can respect somebody who understands that they have a little crazy. We all do.
still has been off. Not necessarily mm, permanently off. It's getting better, but what's the best word I could find for this? Is this a word? It feels like there's been like a mass depersonalization.
Mm.
Nothing feels as exciting or special since then. For me, it has been though, but it's more like I've noticed that other people don't feel the same way. And because it's collectively crappy, it's not as exciting for me. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? As in, I'm just out and about doing my thing. I'm all excited. I'm having a good day. And I just feel this damper from everybody else.
If you saw the last reaction video that I did to a Gen Z, I did about a Gen Z, it seems an entire generation is very depressed. And it's okay. I mean, we're going, well, it's not okay, but we're going through a recession. And like, yeah, there's a lot of people because of social media and everyone's comparing themselves to other people. There's just, I don't know, people aren't excited about stuff. There's not a creative energy. Everything's a reboot, and I think that has a lot to do with it. Um, it's just life right now for at least a lot of young people that I'm seeing that are younger than me, which is like 20 years. So everyone's that is in their 20s or something. It's this. mm, I don't want to be judgmental, but it's just rinse and repeat because the generation, like I said, what I call the TikTok generation, everyone's just copying each other, everyone's rebooting each other, everyone's doing the same thing, but no one's stepping outside of the box, maybe because they're afraid of being judged. And creativity is what makes things exciting. Doing what everyone else is doing doesn't. Even for people who think they're doing something different, they're not. They're just doing whatever society at this time thinks they should be doing. So, for example, the blue hair people, they're all got blue hair and glasses and stuff, and they think they're doing something out of the box when they all look the same.
Also, I'm a YouTuber. Obviously, I get to have
Obviously,
fun for a living. So my lifestyle is going to be a lot different. But I still notice it. It just seems like
your Dallas is showing.
everyone's just rushing through emotions now to go to work and go home and just repeat,
I work from
which has
home.
always been there. But there's something different.
Where am I
I think
going?
mental illness has probably been on the rise a lot more. I can go into that
Girl, it's always been around.
why, but I can't do that here. I think that everyone is just feeling this lull, but we all need to get out of the lull.
Hmm.
I don't know how to get
Creativity.
everybody else out, but I have chosen
Okay.
to wake up and not be part of it. I don't want to feel like I'm just going through the motions on autopilot.
Do
That's
something
why I got
different.
so dressed up. I curled my hair.
You better come on. All
I put on
right.
my good red lip from MAC.
All right,
Put on
hair.
my best dress.
Yeah.
And I have my Python
And,
boots, which are
and
sick.
oh, I like those.
Okay.
And she's making brownies.
I'm gonna put on my leather jacket
Maybe she's gonna
and
start a
go
brownie business.
tear up some nachos at Kitty Trail Ice House by myself. I do not
Katie
care.
Trail.
It's like a bit
That's down the street. That's down the street. Yeah, she's in my hood. This is what comes on my algorithm. Thank you, YouTube. You're showing me my crazy neighbors.
big frat house there, but I do not care. I'm gonna go and have fun because I am living.
But she's cool.
I'm not just existing.
I
I
can have a drink with
refuse
her.
to just give in to whatever mass depression is going on.
Come on.
I refuse.
Get out
And
of
if
it.
one by one, if I can do this, so can you.
Yep.
Then we can tell our friends and our neighbors, hey, stop being depressed. Go get nachos and put on a red lip. Maybe all together we
Maybe.
can all be happy
I
again.
love nachos.
End scene.
Ah, she's silly. I like it. I'm gonna have to subscribe to her. I'm gonna put the video in the description. Tell me guys what you think about that. Boy, I like real people videos. We need more real people on YouTube. If you like it too, be sure to like this video and make your reality happen. Because if you don't do it, then who will? I will talk to you guys later.